Hello there. How's it going today? It is the butt crack of 3 p.m. or so. Last night was brutal. I mean, to tell you, working over the grill of this here Powerstroke, it was a lot colder out than I realized it was. I was just, trying to get to the end of the thing, and I did, and we got her. She's running and ready to go. So today I am gonna take her out on the road for the first time, because last night, it was late and I was tired and nasty, and I didn't really have anywhere to go, and it was freezing, raining, and all the reasons. So today it occurred to me, though, that I did the air intake heater delete option, and I didn't put the code eliminator wire in that I should have done while I was doing that. So that should take about 12 seconds. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we're going to go run over to Rural King, because we're out of dog food, and that's an emergency. I don't want them to start looking for alternative nourishment, because they outnumber me. Anyway, let's get the hood popped open. We've had the old girl plugged in overnight, so shouldn't have any issues getting her to go. It's just I'm button up this loose end before I forget. Alright, come here. I'm going to show you real quick what we're doing. Okay, so we deleted the air intake heater. This wire is I know, new gloves. I'm trying to stay clean. It's basically a wire with a resistor in it. It's going to take the place of the power wire coming from the relay that used to go to the air intake heater. It just has to be grounded somewhere. So whenever it does a test, when you first start up the truck, and it goes through all the sensor tests and everything, and it tests that relay, this will fool it into thinking that there's still a heating element there by having the resistor or two. Looks like there's maybe a couple in line. Anyway, it's going to fool the computer into not throwing a check engine light. A lot of times you'll see that abbreviated CEL. So this will be a CEL eliminator. Anyway, what we got is, since I was wrestling this wiring harness around, it's kind of hard to see under there, but you have the relay for the air intake heater. Well, as you can see, the power is coming into this side. On the other setup, before I replaced it, the power was coming in from this side, and so this lug was the one with the power cord going to the old heater element that's not there anymore. But since I put it in, backwards, trying to make all this jungle do what I wanted it to, I'm going to be putting the CEL eliminator wire on this lug, and I think I'm just going to ground it right to here. It could ground anywhere that you could find a ground, but I mean, that's pretty darn convenient. So we got a 13 millimeter nut here, and I'm gonna throw this end under that nut, and then we'll curl it around, and I believe that's a 10 millimeter that holds the AC on. So this spade end underneath there, so we won't have to pull the bolt all the way out, just loose enough to slide it in. And that's what we're gonna do. Oh, yeah, don't do that. Okay. This little aftermarket wiring harness has some, well, we'll just call them quirks. And so, get that down on there. Drop our little lock washer back on. Throw our nut back on. Try not to cross thread it. Well, what? Why doesn't it? It just wants to cross thread, I guess. Alright. Got a started. Doesn't really get much easier than this, does it? Just a little bit of squish in that lock washer. So all we gotta do is get that up high enough to feed that blade. It doesn't even have to be around the bolt, just enough to I mean, it don't even have to be pretty. That's a good thing, because it's not. So, I mean, it's not even all the way around the bolt. I guess maybe if I put it over to this bolt, I could get it, you know, this, you know, straddle the bolt, but it doesn't have to, so we don't care. So we're from the power lug that was feeding the IAH, the old heater that's not there, and then to a ground. That's it, done. Code eliminator from riffraff, IAH, delete, kit, code eliminator, wire, installed. Literally 30-second job, but you know, took a little longer because I'm playing with the camera. All right, now we're gonna go take a test drive. So good enough. Don't forget to unplug your truck before you drive away. It's not ideal to drive away with your truck plugged in. I don't know what we're gonna see. Can you see that? Wait to start. Turned off already. Oh yeah. Knows how to do it. Get over here and look at our Edge Insight CTS3. Running the 700 PSI ICP. Batteries, see, the glow plugs are still running. Battery's showing 11.1. You'll be able to tell when the glow plugs turn off, because that'll pop up. If you can see that or not. Right now it's reading 11.1 volts. Nope, just popped 12.3, 12.4, 12.5, 12.6, yeah. Glow plugs turned off. See in that mirror, we are not blowing clouds of anything. Nice, clean, burning exhaust. We got her set on, this will be the Eco Tune, Daily Driver, Eco. So, yeah. Everything seems to be doing just fine. Hey, go to the bathroom before we leave. We're not, I mean, we're just going across town. But, you know, we're going to get fuel and dog food. And I think we got to stop at Save-A-Lot too, because, you know, things got added to my list as I'm walking out the door. All right, are you ready? Let's go. All right, well, let's see. Truck's been warming up a little bit. sometimes people do these little mods, you know, and they'll do, you've probably seen it on other videos if you're into Powerstroke 7.3 diesel. They'll do before I did this mod, and it'll, you know, be a camera sitting outside the truck, you know, and listening to it run, and it'll be an after I did the mod. I'm here to tell you, I almost invariably, I can never tell the difference from their before footage to their after footage. And I understand there's limitations to microphone, you know, audio equipment, and all that. But the people always say, oh yeah, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I can really tell the difference. Honestly, it still sounds like a 7.3. Not blowing smoke or doing anything crazy that I don't want, you know. But I mean, it seems like it's exactly like it was before I did any of these mods. It still sounds the same. You know, it's got that school bus noise, you know, cackle, whatever you, I mean, it still has it, so. Now that FRX mod, I do think that did help with something that's not, you know, normally a problem. But, you know, anytime you open up the fuel system and you get air in there, that FRX mod's gonna, you know, you just cycle the key, let the fuel pump run, it's gonna get the air out of your system, so you're not having to beat on your starter and beat on your injectors by running air through them. You know, so I like that. I don't feel like it was a total waste of time. Banjo bolts, new fuel lines. I'm sure they're doing about what the old fuel lines were doing. I haven't put us in a high fuel demand situation yet. So, you know, take it all for whatever you think it's worth. Topping off the fuel, trying to dilute some of that 911 I put in there. Then I forgot I was going to do that, so we're already almost to Rural King. 4.20 for diesel per gallon. Holy. Yep. That's how they do. Anyway, first drive, absolutely nothing exciting to report, other than that I'm tickled to death that my truck's running again. Because, you know, it's been a while. I like being able to jump in my truck and go do stuff. Although, granted, this isn't necessarily truck necessary stuff I'm doing. I could haul dog food home in the Civic. But, yeah, I prefer my truck. Alright, well, first drive, we made it over to Rural King. Gotta pick up some dog food and some other stuff, and probably end up stopping at Save a Lot on the way back. And swing through a fuel station and just top off the tank, because I've I've never dropped this tank and checked the filters back there and all that. So they could be on the verge of failure at any given time. So we might as well make sure the tank is completely full in case we need to drop it later, right? And this thing, I mean, she's a crew cab long bed and she knows it. They don't really make parking spaces for this old girl. She takes about a space and a half, so we don't fight it. Just got hit by my own string. Yeah. We just go with it. Anyway, it's a gray, cold, miserable looking day. So we made it to Rural King. Said nothing to report. Says we're sucking in air that's 26 degrees and we're 151 degrees on the oil. EGTs are running about 275. ICP looks normal at idle, just under 500. Batteries are charged. Yeah, looks good. So everything that we put in there, including the $200 wiring harness, is doing what it's supposed to do. So well, I'm pretty happy. So anyway, that's kind of the wrap up on what we did, or what I did last night. Nearly froze to death. I hurt pretty bad today just from all the working over the engine. I need one of those high creeper things, but I don't have one, so kinks everywhere. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Get out there, even with, you know, hey, don't let the weather always be an excuse. I mean, you could be more sane than me for sure, but there's always something you can do. Get a feeling of accomplishment. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool when you get something blown apart like that, get it back together like that, and it just, everything works. It's really nice. So gotta find another thing to blow up and fix next. But anyway, that's it. Have a good one. Gotta go get food for the dogs. See you soon. Well, how are you gonna know if you don't try? Boost. I'm trying to, just run my tires here. Yeah, I mean, we didn't pop a boost pipe off or nothing. Because, SRT Hellcat in front of us there. Hellcat Charger. Just came out of his driveway. Anyway, yeah, that's weird. didn't catch the data readout in time to see what it was trying to say. I got dog food and cases of water bottles slip sliding around on the ice glaze in the bed, so that was kind of distracting my ear. And I ain't trying to melt these tires. I mean, they're brand new. I just wanted to, you know, make sure our turbo piping wasn't trying to pop apart when we got some boost. So we had it in asphalt shredder mode, and well, I think it just was breaking traction, and then boost is spooling up and kicking in the overboost warning or whatever. Makes the ECM shut down the fuel once it gets above, I don't know what, 20 something pissies of boost, which you would think that programming would be able to compensate for that, but maybe not. Oh, this is gonna be a very ridiculous turn for this truck. This is not a parking lot queen. This is let's hook up a big trailer and head down the highway kind of a rig. I guess what I'm saying is that I really don't know what happened there with the boost. But it certainly let out without me letting out. I don't think that's an indicator of anything wrong, though, actually. With that wicked wheel and the S300 turbine, I think it was just doing what it's supposed to do, which is if the boost gets too high, knocks it back. I need to do it again. Well, I don't really want to do it again, honestly, because I'm not trying to do burnouts. I'm not trying to shred my tire on the one wheel peel. So I need a day with a little better traction. I think between whatever moisture there might be on the road and the road salt granules and no weight in the bed, it's just breaking loose and then spooling up, and then pretty sure it's an overboost. Anyway, I'm just talking in circles at this point, so I gotta run and save a lot, do some shopping. Just wanted to test on things there, and got a little, I hadn't had that happen before. It was an unexpected result, so I guess it's running better than it used to. Huh. Whipping up more boost anyway. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. You know what to do. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.